Guys, holy fuck.
Has a movie ever made you reconsider your life choices? Because this one just might. I'm gonna say it, this is one of the strongest movies of 2026 so far.
I genuinely don't know where to start with this video. So much happens in this film, leaving me with so many thoughts and feelings in the best way possible. I don't even want to waste time talking about whatever the fuck I usually talk about. Let's just get right into this video. Disclaimer as usual, these are just my opinions. Feel free to comment yours, just remember to be respectful, blah 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 blah. Let's start. If you don't know who Olivia Wilde is, she's an actress, producer, and director. She's the daughter of two journalists, which inspired her to adopt the last name, Wilde, in honor of the writer. The film actually opens with a quote from Oscar Wilde, which perfectly sums up the movie, I think. You may know Olivia from Booksmart, the 2019 coming-of-age comedy film, or Don't Worry Darling. Two very different films with very different audience receptions. But now, here we are with The Invite, which is a remake of the Spanish film The People Upstairs, and is written by Rashida Jones and Will Cormack. It follows a married couple, Angela and Joe, played by Olivia and Seth Rogen, who invite their upstairs neighbors over for dinner. The guests are Pina and Hawk, played by Penélope Cruz and Edward Norton. The film takes place over the course of one single night. It sounds pretty simple, but from the start, it's clear that there is a lot going on. Joe works as a music teacher after his one-hit wonder band fizzled out. Angela is a former artist who has shifted her focus to renovating their apartment. Angela wants to apologize to the guests for the noise that they've been making while renovating, but Joe wants to talk to them about the noise that they've been making during snack time? I'm trying not to get demonetized, but I think you know what I mean. The two start fighting, the first of many arguments in this film. The guests arrive, and Angela is trying to do everything she can to impress them. Hawk is a retired firefighter, and Pina is a snackologist. They seem much more relaxed and secure, which is both enviable and infuriating to Angela and Joe. However, as the night unfolds, there's a lingering feeling that everything isn't quite as it seems, leading to an unexpected chain of events and conversations. While watching this film, the main thing that kept coming back into my mind was my desire to read this screenplay. I'm a screenwriter too, and I am obsessed with dialogue. Smart, witty, and funny conversations that reveal everything you need to know about a person and their relationships. That's my bread and butter. And if that's yours too, congratulations, you're gonna get a lot of that in this film. There are no flashbacks in this film, and we never leave the apartment, yet you learn so much about these people just through their conversations. And for discussions that venture into very bizarre territory, everything unfolds very naturally. The film is also one of the funniest things I've seen in a hot minute. I love comedy. I'm obsessed with it. I binge watch stand-up comedy specials to help me sleep at night, but I'm much more interested in dry, smart, and occasionally dark humor than physical comedy. This type of comedy is a testament to how strong the writing is. But while watching the film, I could also tell that there was a lot of improv involved. These are big names on the screen. I'm familiar with their acting styles and sense of humor, so you cannot convince me that Seth Rogen stuck entirely to the script. But the improvisation made the film feel so much more personal and entertaining.
What was it like as actors to have this firecracker of a script, and also as a director?
I mean, it was so fun. It was a blast. It was really just designed to allow for that bouncing. You know, the whole thing was an exercise in seeing what would happen if you put 4 people in a room. They know the game, they know the intention of it, and then you set them free. And I mean, it was an absolute blast.
We were all very intense. And I actually love that feeling because I'm like that, and it's not something that I judge as something negative. And it was a beautiful, intense, crazy collaboration, and I'm so proud of the film that she's done.
Speaking of Seth Rogen, this might be my favorite performance of his. I know most people's favorites are like Superbad or Knocked Up, but for me personally, it's The Fabelmans. Not just because it's one of my favorite films, but because it proved to me that Seth can deliver a very grounded and layered performance, which he absolutely does here. Joe is a character who feels completely burnt out by life. His bitterness and resentment has seeped into every part of who he is, making him cynical about pretty much everything. His dry and bitter comments are hilarious, but you immediately sense a deeper sadness underneath the humor. I loved it. This is also one of the rare times physical musical comedy really worked for me, and I think it's because of, one, how limited they are in the apartment, so every movement really counts, and two, the subject matter. I can't spoil too much, but watch the film and you'll understand what I mean. I also really enjoyed Olivia Wilde's performance. This is my first time seeing her in a comedy, and oh my god girl, you've been in the wrong genre. Her facial expressions and reactions absolutely destroyed me. Within the first 5 minutes of the film, there's a shot where the camera switches to Joe's point of view. She leans down in front of the stove while yelling at him, and there's just something about this angle, her body language, facial expressions, and the words coming out of her mouth that became one of the highlights of the film for me. Oh my god, my stomach hurt from laughing, guys. I'm also fascinated with Angela as a character. She's someone so driven by anxiety and someone so desperate to impress other people. But through the cracks, we can see that she's really just hungry for love. Honestly, I can argue that snacks isn't Angela's main desire. I think she just wants to be seen. There are only 2 other main characters in the film, and they completely understood this assignment. I have yet to see Penélope Cruz give a bad performance. She absolutely crushed it in this role, and I couldn't decide whether I wanted to be her or be with her. Edward Norton gives probably the most understated performance in the film, which perfectly suits his character and complements the story. Everyone's comedic timing was just perfect for me. There are so many elements that make this a firecracker of a film. Like the editing. Oh my god, it was so good. The pacing, the cuts to the reaction shots. Oh my god. And the music! This is one of the best uses of music in a film that I've seen in recent memory. The soundtrack became its own character. It consistently shifted with the tone of each conversation and amplified the stomach-inducing anxiety. Oh my god, I'm obsessed! There is a lot happening throughout this movie. It's chaotic and overwhelming in the best way possible, but in my opinion, the best part of the film was the ending. It closes on a surprisingly quiet note, which reminds you that beneath all of the humor and outrageous subject matter, there's still a relationship at the center of it, one that has been struggling for a very, very long time. Angela and Joe are just 2 people exhausted by life, and maybe by themselves too. Films like this and the drama speak to me for reasons that I can't fully explain. Maybe it's the sharp dialogue, or the fast pacing, or the dark humor, or the sheer absurdity of the concept itself. I don't know. But what I do know is that films like these make me really, really intrigued about the conversations of love. And films like this make me really, really excited for the future of cinema. This is essentially an hour and 40-minute dinner party turned into an hour and 40-minute movie. They don't waste a single minute, and I fucking loved it. Genuinely, this might be my new favorite movie of the year.
Was there anything that you guys learned about yourselves while playing these characters?
I learned I have a pretty good relationship, I think.
Thank you so much for watching. Again, these are just my opinions. Feel free to comment yours, just remember to be respectful. Follow me on Instagram and Letterboxd to see what I'm up to and what I'm watching. And please go watch this movie. It has a limited theatrical release, so I really, really recommend running to your cinema and watching it with a crowd of people. Please. So yeah, subscribe if you want. Have a great day. Bye.